Hello, hello, good afternoon. How are you? Let's do some makeup. I'm still cooking for my anniversary trip, and it's only because we've rented a big chalet, and it sleeps 20 people, and we're bringing 19 family members with us. So I can't think of a better way to celebrate our 50th anniversary than to all go together and spend the week of Thanksgiving together. So that's what we're doing. So I've been cooking and freezing, cooking and freezing, cooking and freezing, so I don't have to do it up there, and I can only imagine trying to get a reservation somewhere for a party of 19. So anyway, let's get started. I'm going to use my Celesty BB cream as my foundation. Ladies, if you haven't found BB cream, especially this one, you need to. It's a beautiful foundation. This one has it's got sunscreen, SPF 25. It's got vitamin E in it, and it's like putting skincare on your face, but in your with your BB cream. Now this shade is number 4 with Celesty, and as you can tell, you know, it's pretty good. It's great color for me. So I'm just going to tap it around. My rosacea is not bad. Sometimes I do put a CC cream on first. CC is to correct. So if you have circles under your eyes, you have rosacea, which I have rosacea redness from time to time. There's a different shade to correct whatever it is, and you want to put that on first. But today we're just doing BB cream because, again, my rosacea is not, it's not, I guess you would call it active right now, which doesn't say or doesn't mean it won't be tomorrow. You know how, if you have rosacea, you know how aggravating it can be. One day you look great, and the next day, you know, it's all red and stingy. That's another thing. If you get the stinging, you know, like that really bad sunburn stinging from your rosacea, get an SPF. Any will do, but put some sunscreen on it. I don't know what's in sunscreen, but it blocks the it somehow just like counteracts the sting. You'll still be red, but the stinging will be totally gone. And I mean, that's a big plus for me when it's really active, my rosacea. And yeah, that stings like nobody's business sometimes when it's really, really, really red. And even with my brush, you can see I'm starting to redden up just a little bit. But all you do with BB cream is use it as your foundation. Put it all over your face. Now, see how pretty this is? A little mascara and a little blush, and I'd be good to go. Little lipstick, you know, and that's it. I wouldn't have to do anything else. However, I'm a little extra, as you all know, so I like to dress it up. So I'm going to add to this BB cream. I'm just making sure I'm up in my, there we go, up in my hairline. Okay, and good and smooth. There we go. I am going to dress it up first with a, this is called a contour stick. It comes in several shades. I tend to gravitate towards the cooler shades, so this is Cool Taupe. I don't like a lot of red because I usually have a ton of red, so I don't really like a lot of red. So there we go, and see what a pretty color it is. And contour, you want to create a shadow. So we're creating shadows on the forehead. Now, this is not contour. This is loss of volume shadows that are naturally. You see, I had them before and I still have them. So what you want to do with your contour is come up here and go right on that cheekbone up towards the top part of the ear. There we go. Now, how wide you make your contour lines, that's up to you. But you want to stay from the corner of the outer corner of the eye in, and then you want to go up. Because what we're doing here is we are creating shadows, but we're also giving our face a lift. And then I'm going to put just a little bit right there to give a little bit of extra shadow on that jowl. And then that's all I'm going to do. Well, I'm going to do my nose. I have become like the contour, the nose. I almost have to do this every day because it's just something I love to do. So you want to stay on the top of the nose, make 2 lines down, and then just a little bit across and that's it. So that is our contour. Now, I also, since I am just a little bit more, I like to also use a concealer. I'm not really covering anything up. I am bringing light to my face. So I'm going to put it in between my eyebrows, and I'm going to come right at the center of the forehead. I'm going to come right down the center of the nose. There we go, with just a line. Now, can you tell, and that's another thing, you have to do it a little bit straight. Can you tell how much narrower that made my nose than what it is naturally? And it's strictly using the right shade in the right spot. You can totally sculpt your face by using the right shade in the right spot. So now we are going to come and do the eyes, and I am doing the inner corner, the outer corner. And then to give the eyes a little bit of a lift, we're just going to go up into the temple on both sides. Now we're going to catch the Cupid's bow with just a little bit of brightening in the center of the chin. Now we're going to address this sunken in, or what do you call that? Loss of volume face that I have. So what I'm going to do is start at the corner of my mouth and go right up on top of that shadow. I don't think it's going to make it totally go away, but it's going to lift my face, and I think it's going to cover up the shadow from the loss of volume in my face. Okay. By the way, I'm 68, so yeah. It is what it is. I look like I'm getting ready for Halloween, actually. But that's okay. With the crayons, it's so easy and fun to color on your face. Now, I like to blend everything at one time. So I'm going to go ahead and put my my blush on. Now, this is actually, they call it a nude look line. And this is shade number 2, which is pink. So I'm going to use this as my blush. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here. And then I'm also going to use it as my lipstick. So just a little bit of a line, outline these lips just a little bit. There we go. And then I don't go totally to the corner of my lips. My top lip is almost gone, but I don't go to the corner because, again, I want to lift everything. And if I go to the corner, it kind of drags my smile down. So we're going to start right about there and go up. There we go. Now, I'm normally not into pinks, but this one's kind of okay. I usually prefer a much bolder color. That's just my preference. That's all. Okay, now I'm going to grab my brush again, and then we're just going to tap and blend this just a little bit. You don't want to totally blend it out. Now, you can see how it is kind of blurring the loss of volume shadow I have. It's not as noticeable. It didn't totally get rid of it, which I was hoping it would, but I didn't think it would. You know, sometimes when I show you something new, I'm like, I should do a trial run. But hey, if it flubs, I like to share that with you too. Don't do this. This isn't bad because if you noticed before when I first started, it was a deep, deep shadow from the loss of volume in my face. And there we go. Now it's kind of pulling everything up, which is what we wanted. So just a little bit there, a tap on the nose and either side, just because that's where we contoured. And then we're just going to kind of circle blend right here between the eyebrows. Now I'm going to flip my brush around to the domed end and catch the corners. And again, we're just blending our concealer. And see the difference here? I have crepe skin under my eyes. Again, 68. So you can kind of see it over here. So by not putting a lot of product under my eye, there's just a little bit from what is on the brush going over there, and it's not going to be like it's not going to accentuate the crepe skin that I have right there. Because if you are in your 60s or some even your 50s, the crepe skin on the eyelids and underneath the eye, yeah, not fun. But the more concealer and stuff you put under it, I've seen many ladies who have serious wrinkles under their eyes and the crepe skin and all, and they just like take the concealer pen and just keep going. You don't want to do that. Less is more when it comes to wrinkles. And so that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to tap this to give it the blend up into the hairline. There we go. There we go. Now, see how you can see the light hitting my face? That's what you want. It gives me a little bit of a glow and it gives a lift. And that's what we're looking for. Now we're going to try to bring this by putting a shadow up here, bring my high forehead down just a little bit so it doesn't quite look, there we go, like I'm going bald. And that's what you do with contour. You create shadows. There we go. Now notice when I was blending, I kept it high and didn't bring it down into the BB cream. Now let's do the contour on the cheek, and I'm just going to tap and then drag it up into the temple. And I went contour up, grab that lip and cheek shade or your blush shade, whichever you want to call it, because I'm using my lipstick shade as my blush shade today. There we go. Okay, so far so good. I think I just need some mascara and I'm out of here. What do you think? I love simple. And if I'm not explaining this, I can throw this on, literally smear this on and be out the door in nothing flat, or just be ready for the day. I don't wear makeup every day, but most days. So I'm just going to coat the top part of my lash to be sure everything is coated, then come back and do the stamp and the wiggle, because that gives you the tight line using mascara, not an eyeliner. I could not do this. I could not tight line under my eye. Oh, thank you, thank you. I could not tight line this, freehand. I just couldn't. I'm dangerous enough with a mascara wand. So the thought of putting a brush up with my eye open in there, it's easier just to use the mascara wand. So again, go to the base of your lashes. It's going to stamp the mascara on there and then wiggle it up to the end. There you go. And that's going to give you the new tight line look. Remember, for those of you who are my age or even in your 60s, back in the 60s and the early 70s, it was like really thick mascara or eyeliner. That was what was in. I cannot tell you what a mess I made. I mean, it was really, really bad back in the day when I first started wearing makeup. My mother wasn't one. She wore red lipstick and some powder. Little bit of blush, little bit on her cheeks. That was it. So I really didn't have, hi, thank you. I really didn't have anyone to teach me. So that's what I'm trying to do with some of you ladies. Even though we are over 60, you can still look your best. You can feel pretty. You can feel confident. And to me, it just makes my day better. Now, I have always loved makeup. Always, always, always. If I could have worn makeup at 8, I probably would have. My dad would have had a fit, but yeah, he had a fit when I turned, they let me start wearing lipstick at 13. So it was one of those things. Oh, thank you so much. I so appreciate all of you. So this is my look for today. I may add a little bit of eyeshadow later. But you know, you actually could use your lip shade, something like this, on your eyes. It would be just as pretty. Just remember to set it with powder. Now that's another thing. This is a little too much of a glow for me. I prefer more of a matte look. And which is correct? It's whichever you feel comfortable with. So I'm going to take my Long Stay powder. This too is from Celesty. And it's very finely milled. So watch this. Now we're going to do one side. Got just a little bit on the brush. I'm going to tap it on my hand and then just press. Look at the difference. Amazing, amazing. What it does, it just blurs out. See the wrinkles and the texture? It just blurs it out. The mascara I used is False Lashes mascara from Celesty. I have a link for all of this if you're interested. It's same thing over here. You just come in. Now, you don't have to use powder. BB cream does not have to be set. So if you want, it just depends on if you like that glowy of a look. I prefer a little bit more matte. Now, I still have a glow, but it's more of a matte. And that's just my preference. So I have a link to everything that I use today. It's kind of like a buffet. If you would like it, you can pick and choose. You can eat it all or not eat any of it or eat just a little bit. So let me know if you would like the link. Just comment cream and I'm happy to send it to you. Now this will post once I get off of here. And I do check comments, so let me know what you're thinking and how you're doing out there today. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you joined me here today. You be the reason someone smiles today, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.